Good morning. Morning in the UK at least. Easter Sunday. I'm just on my way up to the park now to see my stand. And it's a shame actually, the bells have just stopped ringing. The church is just literally round the corner from where I am, and just as I pressed record, the bells stopped ringing. This is a shame. It's always so lovely to hear them on a Sunday morning. Got the lovely magnolias coming out everywhere, and there's that kind of shift in the air when it actually feels like spring has truly arrived. It never feels like we're quite there yet until you get that just undercurrent of warmth to the air. So it feels like it's definitely here now. I mean, a bit breezy, but there's just there's just this feeling of warmth. And it was absolutely beautiful yesterday, and it was the first day, I think, this year of having real sun, which was absolutely gorgeous. Just being able to soak it up, you really feel what the sun's rays do to your body, the effects they have on us. And I was thinking about, just what a scam, all this, be terrified of the sun, slather yourself in chemicals to keep yourself safe. And it turns out, of course, that they're the actual causes of skin cancer. Of course, you do burn these days, and I've got my theories around that. I wonder if that's more to do with the sheer volume of chemicals sprayed into the air that reacts with the sun on our skin. The bells have started again. Hear those. It's just so lovely with the bird song and the flowers and the warmth in the air. It just makes one feel glad to be alive. And yes, I've been holding back off the internet all of that stuff for a few weeks now. I've not been that present online, and I would really recommend it to everyone who's feeling a bit overwhelmed, as we all do from time to time. Whether it's regardless of what you're looking at, really, it's just that constant absorption into your screens and not actually being present. It really has a deleterious effect on your daily life, and I find that it builds up over time until you reach this point where you just want to escape, you just want to get away. And actually, as lovely as it would be to just literally take off somewhere and disappear into the wilds, which I do think about very often, we can actually create these little sanctuaries within our daily lives, where we have those moments of presence when we're not just constantly being distracted. It's constant distraction, and that's regardless of whether the distractions are good or bad. Anything that's constantly taking away your attention, and you're actually getting to the end of the day and it's all a blur, really, that you haven't had those moments, those experiences of actually feeling alive, really, of feeling here. And it's been really important to me to make the effort to conserve those moments, to actually not just let my life drift by, days, weeks, months. It can even turn into years where there's nothing really outstanding. You've just been tugged along in whichever direction you're being pulled by what's happening out there. So yeah, that's why I've been very quiet, and I have to say it's done me the world of good, and I would recommend that everybody just dials back and remember why we're here. This, we've got this one life, well, who knows about that, but this one life as we are, perhaps, in this current personality and character that we're playing, and there's a lot more to life than just sleepwalking through, feeling like a zombie, being in this constant survival fear, in this state of anxiety and worry and terror of what's happening out there. Of course, we're always keeping an eye on things. It's not that you're just putting your head in the sand, but it's knowing that this is all happening and taking that decisive action to actually do the very, very, very last thing that lot want, which is to live your life on purpose, to step out of that fear, to not be one of their puppets, where our energy is being sucked into and actually feeding this entire scenario. When we can consciously remove ourselves from it, actually all the energy comes that's required to take the action. It's not that we're just going to sit there in lotus position on a mountain. Some people might, that's their way, that's what they're supposed to be doing, but for most of us, we're kind of boots on the ground folk. And that's the wonderful thing, is that when you do allow yourself that space, when you're not sucked into the drama and the fear porn and the outrage, and you've got those moments to actually be really grounded and have some clarity, that's actually when you will be guided to take those actions that do change things. So it's not that we're not actually going to be doing anything physically or anything tangible in 3D, whatever you want to call it. It's just, where is that action coming from? And I know that by taking myself back, if that makes sense, I start to feel that energy coming out and the ideas are coming, and I'm actually feeling really motivated and inspired to do things that I couldn't even think straight about before, or had I tried to get something going, the energy wouldn't have been there to carry it through. So I hope some of that makes sense, and if it resonates with you, jolly good. If not, I hope you're doing well anyway and having a very nice long weekend. Oh, those bells are just beautiful, aren't they? Oh, I could listen to those all day. Anyway, have a fabulous rest of the day, evening, and whatever time it is where you are. Let's just have a little shot of that. Look at those gorgeous daffodils. So you don't notice things, these beautiful things, if you're constantly stressed and anxious about stuff. Just take those moments, allow yourself those moments where you can just breathe deep, not have to think about anything other than, wow, isn't that gorgeous? We do live in a very, very beautiful world. It's just very, very easy to get distracted from it all, to not see it anymore. But this is what we're here for, to experience all of this. Lots of love to you. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Peace.